No, absolutely, it is wise, and we shouldn't distance ourselves from anything that China has done or try to apologize for it. Absolutely, we need to hold China to account, but we can do that better if we set up and establish the rules for artificial intelligence. And I think we're only just beginning to appreciate the massive impact this is going to have on every aspect of our lives. There are no agreed international rules. So if we can actually get everybody to sign up, then it's actually easier to hold China to account if they break them. I need to stress from my perspective, a military security perspective, technological innovation has always for centuries advanced the character of conflict, and AI is going to do the same. We saw this in going back to the longbow at Agincourt, or the Gatling gun in the Civil War, the tank in the First World War, then the nuclear bomb. And AI is going to be another one of those massive jumps in advancing the dimensions of warfare. And there is a comparison with the double-edged sword of nuclear power. That, of course, has huge civilian use, but also massive destructive use, with the nuclear bomb. And it prompted President Eisenhower in 1953, his Atoms for Peace speech, to call for the immediate, verifiable regulatory use of nuclear power. And I'm really pleased that this Prime Minister, our Prime Minister today, is looking to do the same with AI. It does lag behind, I have to say, because if we're honest, the collective understanding of AI in Parliament and probably, the wider society is still low. We're catching up with what this is going to do. I can't emphasize just how ruthless it will be in advancing and changing the character of conflict on the battlefield.
But it's a bit pie in the sky, isn't it, to think that we are going to lead the world with AI? I mean, surely that's going to happen in Silicon Valley, isn't it? Which is why President Biden may be not bothering to come.
Not at all.
No?
No, not at all. Whether President Biden himself comes or not, I can't stress, we need to have those international rules as to what's going on. Otherwise, we do. The world has entered a very, very dangerous place, as we've been discussing this morning. AI is that military force multiplier, which will totally reshape, the rules of war. And if we don't have those rules, it will be to the advantage of whoever gets there first. And because our world's becoming more dangerous, not less, it's so important that we confirm what those rules are. I would say the one thing Britain is good at, the one thing I'd like us to advance towards, is being a high-tech superpower. To some degree, we're already there. When you think about our aerospace systems, what we've done in pharmaceuticals and so on, and in the space world, this is what Britain can be good at in the future. Not taking away the fact, of course, that Silicon Valley is doing a great job. But look where Britain is today. Look what we're good at. Look what our universities are doing. I think I'm really pleased to see our Prime Minister recognize the importance of taking responsibility, which is what Britain's actually good at, seeing where the world's going to and saying, look, we need some verified rules to make sure that our world remains safe as we move forward.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, but of course Biden isn't turning up, Macron isn't turning up, Olaf Scholz, the German Chancellor, isn't turning up, Justin Trudeau isn't turning up. So how can we get the world to listen to us if their leaders aren't even bothering to be on the guest list?
This is the start of a conversation. As I say, I think the penny is beginning to drop, just how game-changing AI will be. As I stress, it's a very positive thing. There's so many aspects of our life that will benefit from AI, but there's also so many aspects of it which are so dangerous indeed if they're advanced by non-state or state actors themselves. AI will remove the fog of war, if you like, the masses of data that any senior commander must digest, enemy's strengths and weaknesses and so forth, in contrast to your own. And they can provide, immediate solutions, removing hesitance, human error, even misguided heroism and so forth, or the utility of swarmed unmanned systems and so on. It's so important that we set out the rules as well, even in the grey zone as well. Large-scale disinformation, AI, if you think of farm bots, what they could do to alter and affect, decisions and societal viewpoints. So important that we get Geneva Conventions, if you like, set in place. So this is the beginning of the conversation. But you're absolutely right. And the questions that you imply, it's going to be a long road to make sure we get there.